welcome back to Looming and Crochet by Landry. So today we are going to make something either Canada Day inspired if you live in Canada, or 4th of July inspired if you live in the United States. We're going to make fun coasters. So if you're having a family party or get together to celebrate the holiday, then grab your pattern off of yourinspirations.com and I will see you in a minute. Okay everybody, so let's get started learning how to make our coaster. So things you're going to need is you're going to need your pattern. You can get that from yourinspirations.com. It's a great website. Check it out. Then you're going to need your yarn. So for this pattern, it asks you to use Red Heart Super Saver, and I'm using red. Okay, then you're going to need scissors, a yarn needle for sewing in your ends and putting on your beads, your hook. I'm using a 5.5 millimeter, which is what it says to use in the pattern. And then you're going to need beads, something like this, about half inch beads. And so you're going to need 4 per coaster. And you can get them in any style you want, whatever your heart desires. So let's get started with our coaster. So we're going to make a slip knot. So we're going to take the short end around our thumb and grab the yarn on the back, pull it off our thumb until you have a loop. Take the long end, feed it through the loop and pull both ends until your knot tightens. Take your hook, put it in the hole and pull the long end until your knot just touches the bottom of your hook. So now we're going to chain 13. So chaining is, again, yarn over, pull it through like that. So that was 1, 2, that's 13. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to put a single crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. So the loop on your hook doesn't count, it's already being used. So we're going to go count 4 from the one on our hook. So 1, 2, 3, and this is 4 right here. So we're going to single crochet. Okay, and now we're going to do what's called as a double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into the next stitch, and we're going to yarn over and pull up another loop. So we have 3 on our hook. Then we're going to yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Just like that. It's a little taller than a half double crochet. Now we're going to do a single crochet again in the next stitch. Then we're going to go double crochet in the next. And you're going to keep alternating between single and double, single and double. Now you should finish with a double crochet at the end of your chain, or at the end of row 1. Now remember, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, then single crochet in the next, and then yarn over, go through 2, pull up a loop, then yarn over, go through 2, and yarn over, go through 2. That is row 1 finished. Now we're going to move on to row 2. So I'm going to get a little bit more yarn here. There we go. So now for row 2, we're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. Turn our work. Now what we're going to do is we're going to be putting a single crochet in the next single crochet. So right here, this chain 3 counts as a double crochet. So we're going to be moving over to the next stitch, which is a single crochet, and we're going to put a single crochet in there. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to put a double crochet in the next stitch, which is a double crochet. And then you're going to do that alternating between single and double all the way across until you reach the opposite side. So then double crochet in the double crochet and single crochets in the single crochets. Okay, and just take your time. There's no rush. Now what you're going to do is you're going to notice that you don't think you have another space to put another stitch, but you do. So you're gonna have a single crochet, and then you're gonna have this thing that looks like a little bump right here. That is your chain from the previous row. So you're gonna double crochet into the top of that chain. Now it's a little funny to see, so if you turn your work the opposite way, you'll be able to see it, and it's the top piece right here that connects to that stitch right there. Okay, so you're just going to double crochet into that. Now you may have to wiggle your hook in there. Do your best, and then double crochet into that, and there you go. We've completed row 2. Now I'll do row 3 with you, and then I will turn you loose. We're going to chain 3, so 1, 2, 3. Turn our work. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing we did for the last round. We're going to skip this first one because there's already a chain 3 coming out of it, and it counts as a double. And now we're going to move to the next one, and we're going to put a single crochet in that one. Then in the next stitch we're going to double crochet. So a double crochet is yarn over, insert into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops, then yarn over, pull through 2, then yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, then single crochet in the next, yarn over into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. Just like that. And you're going to do that all the way until you get to the end. And once you get to the end, I'll catch up with you. Okay, so let's finish row 3 together, and then I will show you what to do next. So you're going to yarn over, and you're going to double crochet into that top chain. Okay, and pull through 2 and pull through 2. All right, so that's row 3, just like that. See? Now what you're going to do is you're going to keep going with that, and you're going to go until your square reaches about 3 inches. Once your squares reach 3 inches, I'll meet back up with you. Okay, so this is what I was working on earlier, but it's reached 3 inches. So now what we're going to do is we're going to work on the outside border so we can add our beads at the end. So once you've reached your 3 inches, what you're going to do is you're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, turn your work. Now this chain 3 counts as a half double crochet and a chain 1. So what you're going to do now is you're going to half double crochet in the next double crochet. So not this one, but this one right here. So you're going to skip a stitch, you're going to yarn over, go into the next, not the next one, you're going to skip one and go into the next one, which is a double crochet, and you're going to half double crochet into that space or into that stitch, just like that. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to chain 1 and then continue that all the way down. So chain 1, then you're going to half double crochet again in the next double crochet. So you're going to skip every single crochet and have a chain 1 instead. So half double crochet in the double crochet, then chain 1, half double crochet in the double crochet. Oops, sorry. Chain 1, okay, and then half double crochet, double crochet, there we go, 2, 3, and you're going to do that 4 times until you reach the corner. Now that we've reached the corner, you're going to chain 1, you're going to half double crochet in that top chain from the previous row, just like that. Then you're going to chain 3, so 1, 2, and 3. Now what you're going to do is you're going to do something called a slip stitch. So you have a chain 3, so what you're going to do is you're going to slip stitch into the second chain, so into your middle chain of that chain 3. So you're going to put your hook inside your chain, pull up a loop. Now you're not going to yarn over and pull it through like a single crochet. You're just going to keep going, just like that. And then you're going to chain 1, okay? You're going to chain 1 and then half double crochet back into that same space that you worked that first half double crochet out of. And that's your corner. just like that. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to work that same pattern on the remaining sides until you meet back up where you started. But let's do the second side together, and then I'll turn you loose. So what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1, after that half double crochet, and now what you're going to do is you're going to half double crochet, but you'll notice that there's no specific stitches, so you have to find a space to put it in. So wherever your hook fits, just making sure that you're doing it 4 times along the bottom edge, or along the sides and the bottom edge. So chain 1, okay, then yarn over, and I'm going to put mine, try to space them evenly as well, so they're not so stuck together or too far apart where you feel like you're reaching. Chain 1, yarn over, and half double crochet into that space, like that. Okay, and then yarn over, oh wait, chain 1, don't forget to chain 1, yarn over, half double crochet, like that. Okay, chain 1. Okay, and now we're going to go into that corner again. So yarn over, and you're going to half double crochet. Okay, you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Then you're going to slip stitch in that center chain. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull it through, and then just keep going. And then chain 1 and half double crochet into that same place where you put that first half double crochet that you started with. Oops. And if your hook slips out of your loop, that's okay. It happens all the time. And we did our second corner. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and do that on the last 2 remaining sides, and I will meet back up when we're ready to close off our square. Okay, so now we're just going to finish it off by joining our last corner, and we're going to join it in the second chain right here with a slip stitch, just like that. And to fasten off, you're going to chain 1, and you're going to cut your yarn, not too long. We can sew that end in after, and then just give it a little tug so it's nice and tight, and there we go. We have almost completed our coaster. So now we can weave in this end so it's out of our way. That way it's not in our way when we're going to sew our beads on. So like I said, we're going to weave it in. We're just going to weave it in underneath some stitches and just kind of get it out of the way so it's not bothering us, and plus it makes our project look a little bit neater when we're going to use it later. Okay, there we go. Cut your extra yarn, and there is our coaster. Now what we're going to do is we're going to sew on our beads. So now you need 4 beads. Mine are just plain wood, nothing fancy, nothing too exciting. You can use 1/2-inch beads that are got some color to them if you want. Solid wood like I have, totally up to you, your design. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take our yarn that we were using, and we're just going to cut some little some strips. Now if you want to measure them so they're all the same size, that's fine too. So I'm going to measure mine just as a guess, just to see, so they're all the same size. And I think about 16 inches, maybe 15 inches should be plenty, just to make sure you have enough. Okay, and you're going to cut 2 strands per corner. So you should have, well, 2, 4, 6, 8 pieces of yarn to sew on your to attach your beads. So that's 3 for me. Okay. Let's say 5. That's 6, 7, and one more. 8. All right. So let's kind of put these off to the side. And we're going to need 2 to start. So it's going to be 2 per corner. Let's move this out of the way. So now what you're going to do is you're going to put both strands on your needle. Now make sure you have a needle, if you have one with a bigger eye, so it's easier. I'm going to thread both yarn on your needle like this. Okay? And you're going to grab your work and you're going to just feed them through one of your corners. Pick a corner wherever you want to start. It's up to you. We're going to do all 4. And you're going to pull it through. Okay, and then make sure they're relatively even. If not, that's okay. We'll be trimming our ends later anyways. Okay, just like that. And then you're going to do all of the other corners the same way. And then I will meet back up when we've completed that step. All right. Did you feed your yarn through? If you did, let's move on to the next step and finishing off our wonderful coaster here. So what you're going to do is you're going to pick a corner to start with. Doesn't really matter. And you're going to take your yarn, 2 ends at a time, feed one set onto your needle. Okay, just like that. Grab a bead and you're going to feed the yarn through the bead and pull it out the other side. Okay, and then you're going to do the same thing with the other 2 on the same corner. So you're going to take this and just feed it through. Now it might take a little bit of time, but just take your time. There's no rush. So you should have all 4 pieces, because when you feed it through, you'll have 2 sets of 2. You should have 4 strands through your bead. What you're going to do is just going to give a little tug, make sure it's nice and tight, and then you're going to tie off all of the ends in a little knot. Okay, and again, take your time. There's no rush. And you're just going to tie the knot and make sure the knot is trying to touch the top of the bead. That way you have a nice tight project, just like that. And then when you're finished doing that, you can trim your ends so they're a little neater. And there you go. Now I'm going to do the rest of the corners, and I'll meet up when we're finished. And there we have it. We made fun coasters. So remember to grab that pattern from yarnspirations.com, or any pattern if you wanted to try it out and see what you can do, practice your crochet skills. But for now, just leave a comment down below, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.